I tell you something, I wouldn't want to go playing Katie Price at Monopoly, because she's going to win every time, isn't she? Because she has got a massive stack of get out of jail free cards. Hi, it's me again, and I saw this headline today. It's Tuesday morning, right? Katie Price due in court again today for speeding in BMW after dodging jail for a drink drive smash. And last week she was, or was it the week before or something, she was in court, wasn't she? But she'd already booked a Thailand holiday, so she knew nothing was going to come of it. She knew. She just knew. Her get out of jail free cards were in full effect. She just knew. So I thought, you know what, just for a bit of fun today, I'm going to have a look and try and find a full list of convictions that Katie Price has had. Now, you can't find that fucker anywhere. You cannot find it anywhere. I've got a list of traffic offences that she's done, but all other offences, can't find it. Can't find it. No one has compiled a list for it. Now, I could go through 10 years worth of newspapers. I'm not that bothered about Katie Price to do that. I just thought it would have been interesting to see all the stuff that she has got away with over the years, and nothing has come from it. Just the driving offences are bad enough. Let's have a look at this list I found, shall we? Sussex Live did this, so fair play to Sussex Live. Katie Price's full and extensive list of driving offences, right. So starting with the most recent offence where she flipped a car. It says it was a Range Rover, but I'm pretty sure it was a BMW she flipped, wasn't it? And she was pissed and absolutely off her nut on cocaine, wasn't she? Even though she previously had been to the Priory for cocaine issues years ago. But now she was off her nut on both things. Driving a car, flipped it, could have killed herself, could have killed anybody. What happened? Breathalyzer results gave her a blood alcohol reading of 66 milligrams, almost twice the legal limit. On passing the 16-week suspended sentence, she didn't go anywhere for that. District Judge Amanda Kelly said, "I cannot send you to jail today, even though you may deserve to spend Christmas behind bars. You're extremely lucky the magistrates on a previous occasion decided to defer their decision." Yeah. Anyone else who had that many driving offences that she's had over the years that did that, they're going away. They're going away. Why didn't she? I mean, I found this one here on a solicitor's website, actually. It's a paralegal just writing a bit of a blog. And he was talking about it. He said, Price received a 16-week suspended sentence, provided she commits no further offences during the relevant 12-month period of probation. A lucky escape, it seems. DJ Kelly was clearly frustrated she could not send Price to prison, so why is Price walking free today? Fundamentally, Price avoided prison because her legal team ensured magistrates at an earlier hearing agreed to defer her sentence. This was requested on the basis that Price immediately needed to attend the Priory. And coming out of the Priory, she was seen going out shopping around London, and then she was seen, I think it was in Vegas, wasn't she? So keeping a squeaky clean lifestyle there, Katie Price. How can the court even believe anything good came from the Priory apart from showing the court she went to the Priory, if she's going to Vegas straight after? Makes no sense, does it? Makes no sense to me. Right, well, let's have a look at the rest of her problems in cars, shall we? In 2003, she was allegedly caught doing 70 in a 40 zone, and she evaded punishment on a technicality. In 2008, another offence was committed, and this time she did face the punishment of the law. She was convicted of driving whilst using a phone and received 3 points. Well, that's all you can get for that, I guess, at the time, wasn't it? 2010 was a controversial year, blah, blah, blah. She was convicted of speeding after magistrates rejected the claim she was being hounded by the Paps. She received 4 points. So she has been punished. In September that year, she was convicted for failing to be in proper control of her vehicle. Her horsebox veered into another lane, for which she received a £1,000 fine and 3 more penalty points. So we're stacking up now. I mean, you've got to be lenient on people's first couple of driving offences, give them points and stuff. It's when you keep piling them up with your complete disregard for the law of the road, isn't it? She's got no regard for it. She's above the law on the road. That's how she thinks in her head. I'm sure of it. Then in December 2010, she was banned from driving for 6 months after being caught speeding. She was given a £1,000 fine and 3 points of a licence. That took her over the 12, so she got an automatic ban. 2012, she was told she could not drive for 12 months due to failing to respond to 2 speeding tickets. And then in 2015, she was convicted of failing to stop at a red light whilst driving. She was given 3 points on her licence along with £700 in court costs. In 2018, she was handed another ban for 6 months and a fine for doing 60 in a 50 zone. So they are starting to crack down on her. They are starting to crack down on her. Then in summer 2018, she handed herself into police for driving whilst disqualified. In August 2018, Price was found asleep in the back seat of her pink 4x4 after it had crashed into another car before careering into a hedge. She was arrested and breath tested and spent the night in Plumstead Police Station before being released under investigation. Charges of drink driving were dropped due to a lack of evidence. Yeah, I've heard of people getting away with that sort of thing before. I don't think you can anymore. But absolutely ridiculous. Right? It just shows a complete lack of caring about the law. She feels she's above the law in everything she does. That's ridiculous, isn't it? It's ridiculous. She's already banned. She's crashed the car whilst pissed and then just jumps in the back seat and waits for the police to turn up. Wasn't me, governor. Someone else was driving. I was a kip in the back. Of course you was, princess. Of course you was. But the law can't prove otherwise, and that's the sad thing. In October 19, she was convicted of failing to provide details to the driver of the vehicle. This leads us to a latest offence which was deemed extremely lucky, so blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, we're up to date. We're up to date on that now. But, I mean, I spent a bit of time trying to Google all her court appearance for all other stuff she's done. Doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. She's friends with someone somewhere because you can't find that. You can't find that at all. I've got a few things here, but there are other offences. You know, there's the debts, there's those text messages she's been sending, there's a few other bits and pieces that she's shown up in court for. I mean, she must have a loyalty card or something, you know. She gets to 10 and then she gets an 11th court case for free or something. It's crazy, isn't it? She should never be allowed on the road again. And people are starting to get annoyed. You look at like the comments on the newspaper articles, or you look on Twitter, people are fed up with her keep getting away with it. And they believe it's because of a certain family member of hers that needs care and attention, because she was seen with him in a nightclub after she got away with the last one. And God knows what it is, but how far does she have to go before she gets proper punishment? Because she feels she's above the law, and she's pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, and always has. How far is she going to push it before the law finally bites back and she learns a lesson? Because that's what she needs. She hasn't learned any lessons at all, has she? It's mad. It's mad. Anyone else doing that amount of just driving offences would have been in nick, wouldn't they? If that was me, I'd be rounded up, never be allowed to drive again, and I'd have spent loads of time in nick. No. What do you think about this then? If you want to see the full list of things that I found, I'll put the links in the descriptions. I always do that. If you happen to find a list on the internet of all of her convictions that she's had, and all her court appearances she's had, I'd appreciate it. You can send it over to me, and then maybe I can update the video. But let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. That way, hopefully, I'll get to see you in another video again, won't I? Ta-da.